Hello everyone. Today I'm quite excited about a fountain pen that I got the last weekend. I just couldn't find time to get to it, but my excitement has then died down. The pen I'm talking about is the Endless Phantom. It's exciting for a couple of reasons. Mainly because the wait was very long. This was a Kickstarter campaign. I believe I was part of that campaign. I think last November, I was part of the funding round for this Kickstarter campaign. And that's partly one reason. The other one is that this is a retractable fountain pen made by Endless is a stationery brand that's based out of India. So this again is a made in India, designed in Madras fountain pen. So that part is also exciting. All right. So if you haven't heard of Endless, is a stationery brand like I told you, based out of India. They already have made one fountain pen, not one, but a couple of them. But they did make the first retractable fountain pen that I've seen out of India. This was a very different design, a very striking one. I really liked how this pen felt in my hand. This matte black material, the way it grips in your hand. They had done a really good job of doing this hexagonal tapering design that locks perfectly in when you twist the pen to tighten up. But there was just one big problem. The problem was with this mechanism. It's, as you can see, it's not very reliable, which meant you were left fumbling when you just pulled out this pen to write, which was very unfortunate. But I really did like this pen. It's still an excellent writer if you get around the hassle of the click. It's super annoying, but no, interesting design nevertheless. Now they have come up with this Endless Phantom. On the box, you can see there's a small, I'm not sure if you can catch it in this light, but you can see that they have embossed the design of the pen onto the box. They did the same thing with the Endless Creator. It had a golden emboss, which is very cool. This one, I chose a clear chrome option. So let's see how this is. Let's unbox it. There's a rocket. Okay, a pull tab. Oh, they have a stand made out of cork. Okay, the pen is embedded in the cork. All right, clear pen. So just let's take a quick look at what's in the instruction. This is how you need to align. This is very standard for retractable fountain pens. They have provided a converter, so which is nice. Yeah, you need to pull out the entire nib unit to refill it. That's okay. Kickstarter campaign 2300%, like looks like there was a massive interest for this pen on Kickstarter, and looks like this cork case can be used as a pen stand. I believe you can just place it here. It's bent a bit here. All right, let's unbox the pen now. All the clear plastic and the clear pen is reflecting a lot of light. Let's see how we can pull this off. Okay, there's a lot of residual cork. This is the pen. I'm not sure what this is. This seems to be some kind of, I'm not sure what this is, but I'll take a look at it later. Let's get the pen out. A clear retractable fountain pen. Very cool. It's got the Endless branding here. Can you see that? Let me try to focus it. It's got the Endless branding here. I'm looking for the line and three dots, perhaps somewhere on this pen, but it's not there. You can see the spring, the flap. I see that they have opted for a rubber flap this time around. The creator had a metal flap. This one has a rubber one, and they have opted for a round nib exit. All right. So now let's see the click in action. How cool is that? It's a little wonky, but hey, do you see that? You can see the entire mechanism work. I'm pretty sure you might have seen some ball pens that are clear and did this, but it's so exciting to see a fountain pen that has such a complex mechanism and it's still a demonstrator. I'm pretty impressed by the first looks. I'm very excited. So let's quickly ink it up and see how it writes. Just give me a quick second and I'm going to ink it up and you can see it. So I have the Lapis Bard Marchas Bee's Knees. This is a green ink. a dark green ink. Let's see how it looks in the demonstrator fountain pen. All right, let's ink it up. And here, so to ink up the fountain pen, you need to remove the nib unit. All right, this is the nib unit. Let's quickly ink it up. It's got a push piston mechanism, not a twist. Yeah, 3 yanks and it's fully filled up. All right, let me clean this up. So as you can see, you need to align this arrow alongside the top of the pen, and you can see that it has a groove that goes all the way down, and there's another supporting groove on the back side that guides it all the way down. Now let's put this on top. All right, everything is in place. Cool. So let me set this ink aside. The writing sample in a bit, but before that, let's do a quick comparison from a size standpoint with existing retractable fountain pens. I'll put this pen right in the center. Here it's quite thicker. So as you can see, it's not resting inside the grooves. It's quite thicker in the middle than the fountain pens. So from a height standpoint, it seems to be right about the same size as the Endless Creator and okay, let me start from here. This is the Platinum Vanishing Point. This is a Jinhao 10, which is exactly a copy of the Vanishing Point. This is the Endless Phantom, right in the center, the Endless Creator, right about the same size. Still has a tapering design, which is very cool, but now this time it's tapering on both ends. And you have the Platinum Kuridas. The Platinum Kuridas is what you get as far as see-through retractable fountain pen go. You can see the mechanism here, but this takes it to a completely another level because it's clear. It's completely clear, right? So as you can see, it's fully transparent and fully you can appreciate the entire mechanism that's part of this pen. Right, let's now go to a writing sample. Hopefully the ink has primed up, right? So there's a little bit of flex if you can see. I'll push the camera down. As you can see, as I write, the nib does bend a bit. There's a little bit flex to it. Not from the nib, but just from the housing mechanism as such. So I need to be a little soft about it. Now let's write and see. This is the Endless Phantom, and the nib, sorry, the ink is Matcha Knees. It's a green ink. This is a fine nib. Okay, first thing that stands out is that you can definitely feel the wonkiness of the mechanism. It's bothering me because I don't, every time I touch the pen, the nib moves a bit back, as you can see. Can you see that? Okay, let me focus on that. Do you see that? It moves a bit and I can feel it when I write it. So I'm not getting good control over the writing. Yeah, it definitely wobbles. Yeah, I can feel it. I'm putting an extra effort to control it. That's a letdown. But smooth nib, flow is good. The flow is just about right. Not very wet. I like that. Especially for fine nibs. You don't want super wet. That shake is definitely bothersome. Let me try again. Maybe hold it with a slightly different grip. Nope, I can definitely feel the nib wobble. You can't apply any pressure. So maybe if you light very light, you can avoid that wobble. Yeah, see, if here I'm not applying any pressure, I'm just trying to slightly glide over the paper, but I'm very conscious about writing, then it's not a problem. But as soon as I start writing with some speed, the wobbling is very noticeable. Anyways, pen writes pretty good. Maybe it's just some minor thing that I could adjust somehow. If I write very lightly, I don't have a problem. Yeah, you have to just glide it lightly, but as soon as you start applying a little bit of pressure, the pen wobbling can be seen. I'm not sure if you're able to truly understand what I mean by that. Let me show you. Right? Do you see this back and forth that's happening? You see that? So what happens is when I lay down at this point, the pen is already touching and writing, but the little bit of pressure I apply, the pen goes down. Can you see that? It moves quite a bit. So there's no sureness to it. But if I'm very light about it, if you are a very light, if you are a person who writes very light, very wet pens, then you wouldn't notice it. I tend to grip it hard and write, so I am noticing that thing. But when I write light, when I hold, I have a very simple grip, or a relaxed grip. Hold on, sorry, the pen seems to write just fine. Yeah, cool. That wobble aside, this is a great pen. Bring the pen back into focus. Yeah, so as you can see the entire mechanism, which is pretty cool. I'm really liking the look of this pen. It's crazy beautiful, and I am willing to overlook that wonkiness because it's still a very smooth writer, and I can hold it lightly to deal with it. It writes pretty well. I just need to hold it lightly. But if you have a tight grip, you are going to feel the wonkiness of the nib unit inside the space here. But overall, look at this pen. The click, you can see the ink. I think I should have chosen a much lighter see-through ink to truly showcase the demonstrator side of things. But being able to see the entire mechanism is pretty cool. This is my first look. I'll use this pen for a week, and if I will leave a review, a detailed review on a short or something. But if you have any questions about this pen, leave them on the comments and I will address them one by one. All right, take care. Bye.